We're the moms who ask the questions, digging deep, no second guessing. From the school run to the crime scene, truth and chaos, we're the dream team. Bad Kids Club, yeah, we ride or die. Sad eyes sharp and our standards high, brought together by FKR. Now we're taking truth real far, and we're just getting started. Talk time with Amy, Boston, and Kelly, spilling facts that hit your belly. Partners in crime, fueled by conviction. Moms on a mission with sharp intuition. Talk time, we're calling out lies with caffeine, chaos, and side-eyed vibes. It's raw, it's real, it's how we vent. Leaning close, let the reckoning commence. This is Talk Time with Amy, Boston, and Kelly, where the tea is hot and the truth cuts.
Hello. Are my friends here? How are you guys? Got people screaming in the background. That would be my son. Let's see who's here. We got Kate is here. Hi, babies. So hi to Amy's. Sarah Dawn is here. How are ya? Hey, Tommy. Wayne, we've missed you guys. Sorry, it's been a crazy week. Wanted to jump on and say hi while we are waiting for this amazing. I think they need to. They need to do this. They need to change this. Hey, Melanie. Hi, Polly. Look at all these people.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, it's my baby girl. What's your
Hey, we're back, bitches. We're back.
Bitches. Well, I'm not dressed, so I'm not back on the camera, but I'm here.
We're here. We're here. I've missed you all. I mean, I miss our days.
I know. St. Jude throws a wrench and stuff sometimes.
Well, yeah.
And I was like an hour. I planned on going live when I was there, but I was an hour behind.
Yeah.
So, look. Oh, wait, no. My bitches are back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think
like a girl. So, what do you think is going to happen today with the Kohberger thing?
I think the defense is going to fight it, but I don't think it really matters. Like, give it to the families. Like, let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
Why hide it? Because
he already said he did it.
Yeah, he said he did it. And his sentencing's next week. So the papers for the gag order said nothing could be announced till after the sentencing. Hey, Danny.
Right. Hey, baby.
And so what are we gonna do? Wait a week? Just let the families have it.
And you know what, too? Like with the Gonzalez family, like being really up in arms about the whole thing that he pled and he was not getting the death penalty. Like, you owe them that. At least that you owe them that.
Yeah,
I think all the information. Yeah.
I just got
that
a message.
The music that fucking Court TV is playing is very
it's creepy.
Yeah,
it's really creepy. I just got a text message from somebody.
From whom? Oh, our friend
Omar.
I love Omar. Is he gonna come on with us?
Yes, he is. He said he's excited to come on, and that we still don't know when to figure it out. So hopefully tomorrow night.
Nice.
I wanted to, but I really definitely. He's like, I'd love to. He told Lauren last night. He said this is just a distraction, and they're not going anywhere with it. I mean,
no, they're fetching. Like,
if you guys don't know, my friend Lauren is one of the 16 creators who received subpoenas from Blake Lively.
Yeah, she's a fucking freak. She's like worse than Amber Heard.
Watch,
they're gonna end up in the fucking in South America too. Gonna try to get out of here. Girl. Yeah, we deserve to know. Kohberger's a piece of shit. Exactly. You guys should go watch. I know that people have feelings about Vinnie Politan, but I believe he had a episode yesterday that was amazing, and he had Gary Buccato on it, the forensic psychologist that I could listen to all day, every day. He had him on, and he talked about Kohberger, and it was fascinating. So if you guys get a chance and you need something to watch, go watch Vinny's episode last night or yesterday with Dr. Gary Buccato. He is amazing.
I will tell you, Danny, you're right, and that's the thing. I watched, and I told Amy about it. We watched the Prime docuseries that was called One Night in Idaho, and it is more about the kids and their friends and their families than it is about Kohberger. And I really liked the way it was put on. There is one person we did not like that was in it.
Wait, sorry, I had to run away from my computer for a minute. I found out yesterday, on the episode of Vinny Politian that I was just talking about, I found out that right before he pled guilty, like 4 days before, he was trying to put on a different defense, saying that those 4 kids that are in that documentary, their friends, were the ones that killed them.
Yeah, because
he submitted it to the lawyer, to the judge. Right. That's so who's his lawyer? Who's that weirdo?
And whatever her name is, and something or other.
She submitted a motion to have that included in the trial, that he didn't do it, the 4 friends did it, because that's
as a third party culprit.
It's not quite, but yeah, like a different theory, and the judge denied it. He was like, "Get out of my face with this."
Yeah,
he did the right thing. Yeah, but can you imagine? JLR is in that documentary, and they were talking about how YouTubers are harassing and grifters and trying to make money off of other people's misery and blah 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 blah. And
hey, Cheryl,
Cheryl, honey, baby. Yeah, it was trash, Danny. Yep.
That whole subpoena.
Yeah, so they tried to do that, and so then he threw it out.
Lauren's so stressed about that subpoena.
We're talking about too many cases here.
I know. There's all things going on. But yeah, you're right. Let's go with Kohberger. Let's talk about Kohberger.
No, we can talk about both. It's just I didn't see you. Oh, you're still driving, Tommy. Be careful. Be careful, Tommy.
Don't stop. Tommy.
The whole Lauren and Blake Lively is wild, but we have to have a separate. We'll have to have a separate stream for that, like tomorrow if Omar's coming on.
We're gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna have Omar come on to do a First Amendment stream with us.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, they doxed their kids and their family. Yes, they did. These poor kids were trying to grieve the loss of their friends, and those boys are the ones that found them. Yeah, and they were the boyfriends, and to save their girlfriend's feelings, they knew what happened to those girls and Ethan, and they went outside and said, "Tell them that they're unconscious, so that the girls didn't have a heart attack." And I commend them, because they're very thoughtful of their feelings, even though they eventually found out, whatever. But then JLR perpetuated that whole "they did it" thing. And
they didn't find out though until the college texts them hours later as they're sitting outside the house.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have been pissed.
I would have been pissed. And the boyfriend of Maddie had to go stay with Maddie's parents because he was afraid of people not us, but YouTubers and crazy, they were getting death threats saying I know where you live, I know this, I know that, everything that they could have possibly said was said to them while they're trying to grieve their best friends, and the family's having to deal with it. That's why I'm not really for making money off of people's fucking misery, and I don't believe in going real life ever.
No.
We can sit here and talk all the shit we want, but stop going real life, people. Stop doing that. These are real people, real families.
You fit right in here, baby. Don't worry.
Yeah, girl. You are home here.
Amy and I send each other reels on ADHD all day long.
Yeah.
You should hear our personal conversation. What does the squirrel eat? But that's not a chipmunk, so it's a chipmunk eat, and then back to the squirrel. So yeah, we all got it.
Yeah.
Um,
It looks
No.
like it's going to be coming up here in a second, hopefully. It's already 12:30. Oh, I thought the music shut off.
the ambiance.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
The ambiance shut off for a second.
The
Danny, don't even worry
ambiance.
about that. We're so. Wait, Amy, she wants hate wants money.
I mean, we all want money, but yeah, hate wants. I mean, don't we all? But like, I don't know. I have a weird, sick
You
feeling
don't
about
money-
it.
want
I
money
just
off
like,
people.
I'll come up here and talk. Yeah, like I don't. I just feel weird about that, and the families feel weird about that, and like especially when you're making a lot of money and people are sending you super chats and you're making things up to get likes and views. Not for me. Not for you, girl.
No, like you should not. If the family says, "I do not want this happening," then you shouldn't do it. And
Yeah.
as YouTube
You should
creators,
respect it.
all YouTube creators, we don't want to do that. We don't want to make money off of Karen Reed. We don't want to make money off of. We don't do this for that. We do this for fun.
Sandra Birchmore.
I
Yeah.
mean, these poor kids, the families, they don't deserve that.
No, they don't.
And they don't
like
deserve
I'll give all the attention to the topics. I'll give all the attention to the stories, but I don't want to make money off of it. I want to be here because I have the right intentions, right?
Right.
Court will begin soon, people. Oh, your puppy has vertigo?
Oh goodness.
Oh, honey. That's awful.
That had
no money. Yeah, no money, no problems. I just have Puff Daddy in my head now. Hey, thanks.
no money, more problems for me. What are you talking about?
No money,
I
no
got to pay
problems.
these damn bills. My husband better start working. Poor guy. He works. And
I just slurp in the fucking microphone. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
hear it. I didn't hear it.
I felt slurpy.
It felt slurpy.
Yeah, it felt slurpy.
I feel like I'm on anti-dev now with the conversation that was having this morning.
This is going left quickly. Oh, he's walking in circles.
The poor puppy. That would be
Night
me
almost went
walking
left
in
and-
circles.
Oh, my baby. Hi, Bob.
Oh.
Mooches.
Goodness.
I mean, I
Everybody-
make money and I have a good life, but I just don't want to make money off murder. I think it's gross.
I just want to watch it, study it.
I just want to watch it. I want
I
to
don't
know
want to
all
watch
the
you do it.
Yeah, right. I don't want to watch the act, but I want to watch the law work.
And I want to study what their brains are thinking. Like Amy and I was just talking
Yes.
earlier that there's a show also on Prime called The Killer Speaks.
Hi, Lauren.
Lauren. Hi, baby.
My girly swirl. Hi, baby. Look how beautiful you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodness.
Yeah. So Prime has great true crime content.
And that's what I want to know. I just want to know like what they're thinking, why they're thinking things that they do, why they do things they do, like, or what moves them. Like that one guy said he got peace. Like everything went silent for him. It was like a sign of peace for him, which is, I mean, that's odd for me, but whatever.
Gary said that today. He's like, when I've interviewed people that have done really, really horrible things, they all have something in common where like they live a normal life and they're like me and you, but something is in their brain that tells them, they watch like really horrific porn or they do whatever, right? And like you can have fantasies and you can play them out, but they have like murderous tendencies, and so they snap for that period of time and then go back to their life. So that's why like the Dr. Ramslin who worked with Kohberger said that she didn't think anything, and she's a professional. She does this for a job, and she said she would have never thought Bryan Kohberger was capable of this. She had no idea. She said he was a nice guy, a little rigid, but she wouldn't have known. So it's in Gary, I kind of put those two thoughts together, where she's like, I didn't know. It's because he was living his normal life that he presents to the world, but inside they're built with a need for violence.
Yeah, they have they like she said, it's kind of like getting off of it, but it's like it's fulfilling something in them that's missing.
Yes. Yep. That's filling a hole. It's like drugs. They say that like when people are drug addicts, you're trying to fill an empty hole inside with substances. And it's kind of like their addiction. You know, they find a target and they obsess and they plan. And you know, he said too, he goes, Bryan Kohberger is not an incel. He had dates. He had women interested in him sexually, romantically. So he wasn't an incel because he would go on dates and like he would weird them out, but he had sexual interest. So he's not an incel, which you know, and right, Danny, Melanie, some people have a actual desire for violence, like real violence, not like BDSM where it's like fun, you know, it's like, no. Like they want to hurt people.
They want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. They want to cut somebody. Yeah.
She's like, I have a lot of experience with this, not personal, but
yeah.
I love you, Kate. Crack me up.
Yeah. Seeing the person after that. And then he visited. So after he did all of these things,
he came back.
Bazinga, I love when you say that, Hate. I have to blow dry my hair really bad before it doesn't curl. He said that he came back and visited. I had to diffuse it because I have like Brillo pad hair. He went back to the crime scene 3 times after.
Didn't they say that?
Tar, my lovey.
Tar Heel. She's so sweet. I love her.
Yeah, she is.
Didn't they say he went back because early in the morning they thought he lost his sheath. He realized he lost the sheath and he went back for it.
Right. I don't think he went back in the house, but he didn't turn his phone off this time. He did it during the murders, but he didn't turn his phone off going from Pullman, Washington to Moscow.
Okay.
And this is the thing. Everyone's like, he pinged in the house. That's not true. So unless he had the password or it was an open network, which these kids were young, they know how to encrypt their network. The only way he didn't hit their house Wi-Fi. That's not true. It's impossible unless he had the password, unless he found it. I mean, I don't know that it's impossible, but I'm just going to speculate here. He didn't hit the house Wi-Fi. He hit the cell towers in and around the house. So it's not that he was hitting the house Wi-Fi. He was hitting the cell towers around the house where he didn't belong during the investigation when cops are already there. He sat and watched.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to know what they knew.
Do you know what's really bizarre? I forgot about a ton of things. Gary Bricado said that he believes that he may have been dabbling back in drugs and it may have given him the balls to do it, which, I mean, coming from an ex-drug addict, I get it. Your inhibitions get real fucking low. And he said that his mother, like Kohberger's mother, when Ted Bundy was executed. Hi, Donovan, baby.
Hey, how you feeling, Donovan?
Yeah, we haven't heard you in a long time. What does it say? Read the book where it claims that Bryan was an incel and posted things about not having sex. But he had dates and stuff. He was just a weirdo. Like he wasn't. There were girls interested in him. He just wasn't interested in them. He thought he deserved better. He wanted a Maddie, not like a little mousy girl.
Yeah, he was. And from what I understand, he was kind of stalking her.
Like, yeah. She worked at that vegan. She worked at the vegan restaurant. Yeah.
He pinged off their cell tower a couple times, so he had been following her.
Yeah, and Gary had said like he was probably stalking, looking in the windows, trying to see like what
he knew
what bedroom was hers, if there's dogs, if there was he stalked her, and he got off on this.
I mean, how would he know to go there's 3 floors. So, right, Emily's on the bottom. You got Dylan and Xana on top, on middle. And then you got Kaylee and Maddie on top. And, of course, Ethan was there because he's with Xana. So how would they know? How would he know to go past their room to go upstairs to go to Maddie and
well,
Kaylee?
If you notice, if you look at the footage of the videos that are of 1122 King Road,
mm-hmm.
the entire the front of the house looks like a boulder. Like there's no windows. It looks very like a bunker, right? If you go in the back, it's all window.
Oh, really?
And there's 2 porches. Yeah. So there's the first floor where Xana's room would be, and that other girl, Dylan, I think her name was. And then on the second floor, there was also like a terrace outside of one of Kaylee or Maddie's bedrooms, and it's all window from top to bottom. So all he had to do was go in the woods.
And
the
he
back
did,
and
right?
watch.
He
And
drove
how
around
scary
with
is that?
numerous times. That's the video shows.
Oh
him
yeah,
driving
and Paul,
back to the house.
absolutely. And I believe, being a drug addict, if he was he probably perfected breaking and enterings. I mean, this is all speculation. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just speculating as
He
like
also had
a
that
girl
manifesto
that
from that one guy. Like he took exactly what that one guy
Papa
did.
Rogers.
Yeah, no, from the California crime. That ends the guy that was.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah. Elliot Rogers.
Yeah, he took his.
Yeah.
He left a manifesto, right? He took that, and that's what he tried to incorporate into this.
Well, they found a lot of Ted Bundy on his phone. There was no Elliot Rogers on his phone whatsoever. It was all Ted Bundy. And I find it weird that his mother, oh, here we go, kids.
All right. We are on the record in State v. Kohberger, CR 0124 31665. Present today by video is the defendant in custody with counsel, Ms. Taylor, Ms. Barlow, and Ms. Massoth. State is represented by Mr. Thompson, Mr. Hurwitz, and Ms. Jennings. On behalf of the media petitioners, we have Ms. Olson and Mr. Pedersen. Today's hearing is to discuss the media's request to terminate the non-dissemination order. The state filed a response. Defense did file an objection indicating that they do have a continued objection to lifting the non-dissemination order. I've read the briefs that have been provided by the parties, and I'm going to attempt to shortcut things here a little bit by asking whether the defense, who is the objecting party, has anything additional to add beyond what it had in its briefing before. I don't know that I need to hear from, frankly, the petitioner. I think the briefing was adequate, so let me just start with Ms. Taylor to see if there's anything else she wants to add.
Your Honor, there is not, but if there's further argument, Ms. Barlow will be making that argument on behalf of the defense.
All right. And to be fair, Ms. Olson, was there anything you felt was important to add that was not contained within your briefing?
Your Honor, we would just briefly say in response to the defendant's brief, we certainly understand the expressed concern about the media coverage of their client. We don't think continuing the non-dissemination order helps that at all. It simply continues to limit the ability of the members of the press to reach out to the people who know the most about the case. It doesn't obligate them to say anything. We also understand that they expressed that there was a due process right related to the sentencing. I read the case that they submitted. I think that there is obviously a due process right at sentencing, but I don't think that case is really it doesn't provide any guidance to the court here, because that was about information provided to the court. And given the very limited scope, and we understand it's very important, but given the very limited scope of what's to be decided at the sentencing, we don't think the arguments that Mr. Kohberger made should outweigh at this stage the First Amendment rights of our clients. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. In light of that response by the media outlets or interested outlets, Ms. Barlow, do you want to add anything?
I would only say, Your Honor, as this court is well aware, the publicity in this case is so extensive and emotions are already so high that adding fuel to the fire of media interviews or a rush to interview people as they leave the courthouse or enter the courthouse would only increase the concerns that the defense has. And even though the plea has a specific sentence attached to it, as this court is well aware, things happen in plea hearings and, sentencing hearings. And to minimize the possibility of that, we request that this order stay in place.
All right, thank you. All right, as the court has considered the petition, frankly, the court was prepared at the time the plea was entered to lift the non-dissemination order in order to give the parties time to evaluate that and to ensure I wasn't missing anything. When both sides objected, I agreed to continue the non-dissemination order. I also indicated that I would have the potential to look at that again before sentencing, because frankly, I anticipated the motion from somebody, in this case, the Ms. Olson and her clients, was likely to be coming. At this point, I do not believe the purpose of the non-dissemination order, the primary purpose, which is to ensure that we can seat a impartial jury, is any longer at play. The concerns identified by the defendant, while certainly not to minimize those, they are concerns and they are significant concerns. I do not think, however, the non-dissemination order and the right of the public to information is outweighed or outweighs those rights, I should say. And frankly, I don't think that lifting the non-dissemination order will meaningfully impact those concerns. I mean, the media frenzy, as it has been described, will continue regardless. It is a little bit like a, water will find low ground. In this case, the media is going to write about something regardless about this case. The lifting the non-dissemination order does not require the counsel or others who were previously bound by it to speak. And the state has indicated they don't intend to until after the sentencing. And certainly I would hope that the media interests would respect those positions and give people the space that they need and request. In terms of, for example, the defendant's family and others coming and going at the sentencing, we intend to have, as we did before, appropriate security measures in place to ensure that they, as well as the victims, are allowed to get in and out unscathed by the media, if that's what they wish to do, or if they wish to speak to the media, they can do that as well. At this point, I just don't think that I can justify the continuation of the non-dissemination order. I think the rights of the public to information in this case is paramount, given the fact that a plea has been entered in this case, and so I'm going to lift the non-dissemination order. But I want to point out what that means and what it doesn't mean. So obviously nobody's required to speak to the media, first of all. Second of all, I want to be clear that the court's prior preservation order to the parties is not lifted and continues to stay in place. And so it's important to understand that those obligations still exist. And then the other thing I want to point out is that by lifting the non-dissemination order, that does not convert sealed documents to unsealed documents. Documents previously sealed by the court are still sealed. Now, I see the media also filed a petition to be heard to unseal everything. I'm denying that outright. The request to intervene, because I think it's premature at this point. So the court will its intent is to, after sentencing, begin the process of reviewing all the sealed material in this case to determine what should be unsealed and what should not be unsealed. That process will include an opportunity for counsel to register any objections to unsealing documents, specific documents, and request to redact certain sealed documents before they are unsealed, or unseal them in a redacted form. I intend to do that in groupings of documents at a time. As I sit here now, my thought is I'm going to start from newest to oldest because those are the ones that I have the most working knowledge of as to the reason for the sealing of the documents, as well as the content of those documents. And so I think I can get through those more quickly. As we move backward in time, it's going to take further, more extensive review by the court to figure out, to obviously review the content of those documents, listen to those hearings, et cetera, and determine why they were sealed and whether that rationale still is necessary, or that rationale still requires the documents to maintain that sealed status. And so before everybody gets out their pen and paper and sends in public records requests, understand those will be denied for sealed records until they are unsealed. And that process is going to take time. And I'm not talking days. I'm probably not talking weeks for that to be accomplished. So I hope people understand patience will be required to get through that, as I'm going to have to review those myself to make those decisions. Now, we may be able to speed things up if neither party objects to groupings of documents or specific documents being unsealed. But it's important to review those because those documents may include information that, pursuant to Rule 32, are not to be made public, including birth dates, social securities, information about minors and victims, and information that would be essentially inappropriate to unseal, including protection of individuals from undue harassment, et cetera. And so that's just going to take time. In addition, I'm unlikely to unseal much until after sentencing and after the appeals period has run. Now, I recognize the plea agreement includes a waiver of the right to appeal, but as the parties probably know, the U.S. Supreme Court in Garza versus Idaho has indicated the fact that a defendant waives the right to appeal doesn't mean they don't have the right to appeal. And so it may affect the outcome of that appeal, and it may affect the underlying case and the plea agreement. But nonetheless, the right to appeal does not go away because of the waiver. And so I think it's important for that time period to also play itself out to see that it goes the way that I think people intend and expect it to. And so I will be entering an order in the next week or so outlining the process for the review of the sealed records. And counsel will need to maintain a presence in the case in order to review those materials as they are proposed to be unsealed by the court. Because the timeline that I will likely give you will not be, I suspect, extensive as for each group of records. So I might give you 14 days, for example, to provide a response as to a group of, a dozen or a couple dozen records at a time. So just sort of heads up and fair play with respect to that. Any questions by the parties about the ruling today?
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
No questions from the defense. Thank you.
So Olson, do you have any questions?
And I don't, Your Honor. I wasn't certain if I was included within the parties. I would just say I think that the court's proposed manner of moving forward on the sealed records will likely largely address our interests, and we appreciate the court setting that out in this hearing today.
Yeah. If certain records after review maintain their sealed status, it would be at that point that I would entertain request for me to consider that more formally and to have a voice in that. But I think until I've gone through that process, it's premature, which is why I don't intend to take up your motion, your more recent filed motion at this time. So,
Thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate that.
all right. And with that, then we are adjourned. Thank you. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well then. Well then. That was the quickest hearing ever.
Yeah, it was. And he's a really good judge.
I really like him. I have a lot of respect for him.
So this just means basically that everybody can talk to the press if they want. They can do 48 hours in Dateline and, but nothing, everything's sealed. Yeah. So it's going to take time in order for everything to come out. But he said it's going to be, I mean, he seems like he's on top of shit. And he said he's going to group things up and it'll come out eventually. And I kind of understand where Kohberger's lawyers are coming from, where this is such an emotional case for people and they're afraid that it's just going to fuel the fire and something really bad's going to happen because we all know there's kooks out there, right?
Right.
So I get it.
I mean, I get it. But I also feel for the families, it's a good thing too, because there's things in those sealed records that the families probably don't want to go out yet either. Seal it for the families to have it, let them be able to talk to whoever they want to, but don't require it to go out, through FOIA. And that he can't appeal, Polly. He can only appeal the sealing of the records, but the judge is gonna
right.
The judge is only allowing them to talk to media. Everything that's sealed is sealed. It's staying sealed. Nothing's coming out unless they
nothing's coming out.
So, I mean, I think I agree with his decision. He needs to go over the records. He needs to make sure there's none. Declan, no more. He needs to make sure there's no social security numbers, birth dates. And when he said minors and victims, I think he meant kind of like as a whole. He just kind of just says that with like as a speech to check the paperwork, because I don't believe there's any minors that were involved. I think they were all over 18. Right.
Yeah, I mean, he says minors, but who knows? Maybe he has other shit that they found on his phone that has to do with minors.
You never know. It's all sealed.
You never know.
So
like this, we know nothing about this dude.
Yeah, I mean,
and
the
I
only
think
thing
as it comes out, it's going to be wild.
Is that the people who went to school with him that talked on that documentary? They're the only ones that really have given any light onto who Bryan Kohberger is.
Yeah.
And I don't care about him, honestly. I wanted to know about the kids. I wanted to know about his victims and who they were as people. So, because I really feel like everyone says that, how everyone says John O'Keefe got lost in it. I don't ever feel like John O'Keefe got lost, but I feel like these four have gotten lost because they've been grouped as a four, the Idaho four.
Yeah.
I feel like their individuality has been lost in that.
Right.
If I'm making any sense.
You are. Sorry, I'm distracted.
You're fine.
Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense. And I think this is like kind of like the Karen Reed. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. And I know it's not a gift because it's like murder and bad stuff that happens to people, but it'll be stuff that we can go over, as it comes out, and we can all be shocked together or not. I don't know. Oh yeah, and if you guys haven't, go watch the Idaho 4 documentary on Prime. One Night in Idaho. Thank you, baby.
On Prime. It's like I found it by accident and I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna watch this. And then I was like, Amy, watch this. So I've been on Prime for a while, but I also am watching all of my favorites as well. So tomorrow night we're doing First Amendment kind of thing where we're going to discuss Turtle Boy's case, what's going on with that, and we're going to talk about Lauren and the Blake Lively case. Not just Lauren. There's 16.
There's a lot of creators
that were. I mean, creators that have like Candace Owens and Perez Hilton, who have thousands to millions of viewers, to one creator that had less than 300.
Wow.
She now has or as of yesterday,
Which
after
they
6,000.
they wanted all of their subscribers and names and stuff, right?
Yeah, they want all our information. So because I'm subscribed to Lauren,
Yes, so am I.
they would give all our information. They want her bank statements. They want IP addresses, videos that they've uploaded. I mean, everything. And Omar went over it yesterday, last night with her a little bit, and it's such a First Amendment like
Violation.
It's so bad. It is the worst. It's youth and Turtle Boys is bad, and this is just.
It's just a different. It's a different audacity. It's just a different kind of audacity.
Yeah, and they're using it
to stifle.
She used it to get out of this deposition today. That's why the deposition got moved last minute.
Right.
She used it as an excuse to change her deposition because she already is getting preferential treatment, I feel like, because, and this is my personal opinion, you can come after me, whatever. But I feel like she's already getting preferential treatment when you're doing the deposition.
Blake Lively, and she is, sorry, I had to put hairspray in. She's Taylor Swift's best friend. She thinks that she owns the fucking joint and that she can do whatever she wants. She's a princess. Oh, my girlfriend. Hi, Sherry D.
She's here.
My baby girl. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, if you or I were to go to a deposition, we would have to go to whoever was performing that deposition for us, right?
Patrick. Sorry, Kelly. Patrick's here. Hi, baby.
Yay. Yeah, so we would have to go to their office to do the deposition. So why is she any different? And she can have them come to her to do the deposition.
Because she's Blake Lively and she thinks she owns the joint.
And it's all changing the narrative to what she wants it to be.
Of course it is, because it fits her narrative. Anything to benefit her is the best thing. And she's going after YouTubers. How much of a loser do you gotta be?
Guess what? She isn't going after. Not one law tuber.
She's going after. They fucking know.
Yeah, Lauren cleared it up. It's all the creators who to follow. It's Missy's right. Like even no, they don't. Yeah, they don't want. They just want data. They want the information. It's not like they're getting all of our information. They just want certain data. But to me, they're going after. They're not going after. They didn't go after Omar. Omar's been covering the case. They didn't go after EDB. She's been covering the case.
Well, they don't want anyone that really knows the law. They want people like you and I who just talk shit on the internet.
Right. And
you know what I mean? We don't. But if you look at the bottom of our screen, facts don't equal defamation. This is for entertainment purposes only, and it's opinion commentary. I have a lot of opinions, and I'm going to fucking say it. Blake Lively. So, hold on. It says Amy Blake Lively is respectful. Yeah.
Oh,
she's a fucking bum. She's a bum with money.
I love her and her husband.
Yeah, I used to like Ryan Reynolds, but he's a bitch. In my eyes, he's just her bitch. Be a man. Yeah, stand up and be like, no, you're not doing this. Blake got she had bots. It is a violation, Missy.
And they're trying to say that that Baldini's people are paying these creators. Like, come on. You're talking about a creator who had like 300 people. Yeah. What amount of money is she getting from Baldini to say that he didn't do it?
You can't get blood from a stone, as my mother used to say. Okay, come after.
There's my boy
right there. We have my micro penis energy. Exactly. My dude, you're reading my mind.
In with
the big dick energy. Yeah.
You got the Cassidy broke down yesterday. I watched Omar and Lawrence this morning.
Yeah, that was a good stream.
It was
a good stream.
Like, want to see that, and then just making sure, like I put it on X the other day. I shared Lauren's post the other day. I was like, this is bullshit. I mean, I've watched them come after. They're coming after Turtle Boy because he's saying what they don't want them to say. He doesn't want them to come out and say all that stuff. So they're relying off of Kate Peters. Really?
Right. Kate Peters is a fucking criminal. First of all, they shouldn't even be having conversations with Kate Peters. She has open cases, and like cases, and they're using her as a fucking informant.
Well, and the
She
thing is,
she
I really didn't even
she
care about the
faked
case
federal documents
and admitted it on YouTube.
and admitted it. She admitted it. And this is the thing. I love when these people think they're so smart and then they make like Bryan Kohberger. He left the sheath behind, right? He thought he was so smart. He's taking pictures with his thumbs up in the fucking mirror. He's doing this. He left the sheath. Kate, when she faked the federal documents against Aiden, she left the case number at the top of the page that routed Turtle Boy to a different case.
Actually, he literally got the case brought up on like Google because
Of course.
and that's what she used to YouTube to show that she was filing a case to quash it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I give her credit for trying. I mean, she tried. It's just these people fail. You know what I mean? These people fail. I can't wait to go over it. Hopefully, Omar comes on with us tomorrow. Yeah.
Omar's gonna hopefully come on tomorrow night and talk to us about all of this craziness.
All right, guys, I gotta go diffuse my hair before we have a problem.
All of Massachusetts will have hair in their house if she does not.
I'm gonna look like a poodle in 10 minutes if I don't go diffuse my hair.
I'll stay on
I'm gonna jump off. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Bad Kids Club. Bye.
7:00 tomorrow. We'll be on probably. I think it's tomorrow 7. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. This whole week. Last week I was an hour behind, and I don't remember much of anything. And then coming back from Goodbye Poodle, be nice. It's so funny. When we flew back, it was not fun. So we were delayed in Memphis, and the flight finally took off, and we had a layover in Charlotte, and then as we ran up to the gate, they shut the doors. So we missed our flight to Orlando. And then I'm in tears. Panic attack ensued. Caleb, that's my oldest son. Liam had no stroller for the first time. So he was walking on his own with all of our stuff and through this huge airport. And I had to drag him through. And then we ended up going through everything. They ended up getting us to flight to Tampa, which, thank God. Memphis is a cesspool, and that is exactly it. You know, the only nice part of Memphis, and I'm sorry to anybody who is from Memphis, the only is St. Jude's. Like, that's it. I've been through it. I've been through the town. I don't leave campus. I stay from the airport to the shuttle bus to St. Jude. But everything started from the day we got there. So I don't know if you guys know, but we were going to drive, right? So I went to go to bed on Monday. My best friend Christy was going to pick up the car at 8:00 in the morning that we rented from Turo, which we always do, and we had no problems with. And at 10:32 at night, the night before, the guy canceled the car on Monday night, and we had to figure out how the heck we are going to get to Memphis from Orlando by his appointment times on Wednesday at 2:00. And we ended up having to call St. Jude at 8:00 in the morning on Tuesday. And they got us, Sherry, oh my God. They said mechanical issues at 10:32 at night when they canceled it. It was mechanical issues. They couldn't have called at 3:00 in the afternoon to say it was mechanical issues, but whatevs. So I had to call at 8:00 in the morning, St. Jude Travel, to see if they would get us a last minute flight, which they did. However, I was supposed to take my brother's cat with us in the car to Gainesville and drop her off to my brother. That didn't happen. So instead, I was going to add 5 hours to my brother to come get the cat and drive back up north because he had to go south. And I ended up having to drive an hour north to the Villages, you know, Maddie's favorite place to go in the Villages, just north of the Villages, to meet my brother on 75 and give him his cat. And then I had to drive an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to St. Petersburg to pick up Christy because they would not book her a flight out of Tampa. I had to book the flight out of Orlando. So I had to go pick her up and then drive 2 hours back to Orlando and then come home, throw our stuff in a bag. Now, mind you, I had hangry boys in the back, so I had to stop at Wendy's drive-thru to get them food and have them go to the bathroom at Christie's and haul butt back to Orlando in rush hour traffic. Because if you've driven I-4, you know what traffic is like here, especially Tampa to Orlando. So we ended up doing that. And then Steve had to, we ordered pizza when I got back. We got in at 5:30. I had left at 11. I literally drove around the state the whole day. One big triangle of clusterfuck of triangle is what it was. And then our flight left at 10. And Steve, we ordered pizza, fed the kids. Steve dropped us. I had to find someone to watch Declan for 2 nights because Steve had to work, or he would have had to miss work for 3 days. So my friend, our little village, stepped in. My friend Kelly, who taught Declan on a school for kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd grade through online. She was like, drop him off, and she took him. And so we dropped him off at 7:30, and then he took us to the airport and dropped us off. And then we got to the airport, and I took a picture and sent it to Amy and the girls. And I was like, this is what we have. And you had me and Christy with our doubles. We both had a double sitting at the table waiting to get on the plane, because I was like, I had the worst day of my life. Then it didn't stop. So the flight was great. We got there. You guys, what happens? No shuttle bus. I called the shuttle bus people at St. Jude's, and I'm like, where's our shuttle bus? It's midnight. Where's our shuttle bus? We just got here. And they said, well, you're not on the list. And I said, well, you just flew me in, so I am on the list. And if I'm not, you need to put me on the list. And the guy was like, okay, let me call you right back. At the same time, Liam has the potty dance, so now I have to run him to the bathroom. I'm screaming on the phone with shuttle bus people, and Christy's outside. And I'm so not a badass. I literally just go with the flow and laugh about it, cry about it, and then laugh about it later, because I literally was going crazy. He called me back, and he's like, okay, someone's on the way. They'll be there in 20 minutes. So now we have to wait 20 more minutes. He gets there. He puts us on the bus and says, okay, I got to go find the other family I'm here for. We wait 20 more minutes on the bus by ourselves. And then he comes back with another family, and he goes, well, it's not the family I was looking for, but it's another family that's been here since 5. I'm like, it's midnight. They've been here since 5? Are you kidding? Like, I would have lost I've been here 20 minutes and lost my mind. So they get us to St. Jude, and by the time we get into the hotel, St. Jude bought a safety bed for Liam. It's inflatable. So they have it at the hotel for us at all times. And we get there, and it's like 2:00 in the morning. And I was like, do you have his safety bed? And they were like, what bed? And I'm like, the bed he's been sleeping in since 2022 that you guys purchased for him when we stayed here. Because apparently my child's the only autistic child that needs a safety bed. And so she's like, let me call somebody. She calls somebody, and the other girl goes, no, it's right here. It was literally on the top shelf, like behind her desk. So she grabs it, gives it to us. We get upstairs. We finally get to bed at 3. And then, of course, Liam was right awake with the sunshine. So got up, had to get breakfast, and then that happened. And then the next day with MRIs, it was a whole nother thing. They didn't schedule his eye appointment where they were supposed to. I had to run across the hospital to sign consent forms. Then they called and said, don't, Declan, you're really loud. Then I had to call and sign consent forms. And then they said, don't sign the consent forms because we're not going to fit it in. We'll fit it in next time. And then I was like, come back. So I had to run back across the hospital. Finally, he got his MRI. And we ended up doing that, and then our flights, so his doctor was like, because they felt so bad for all the mess ups. Because I was like, I take blame, it's not your fault. She's like, no, it's our fault. We didn't schedule it right. And I was like, no, it's fine, like not a big deal. Because I almost you hear him, he's playing Roblox, that's why. But they got I almost got us kicked out of St. Jude once. So advocate for your child. Just don't advocate as hard as Kelly did, because I got in trouble with security and social work and had to sign a paper that said that I agreed that I would not go off on my doctors ever again because I went off. They left me in a room for 2 hours, okay? Didn't come in, didn't say anything, nothing. I was pissed. I went off. And so I don't want to get, we're all good now. All of us get along. But at the time I did not. So I am an advocate. And now, because I don't know if you guys are, if all of you guys or any of you guys are on Liam's Facebook page. I have a Facebook page for Liam. I've had for 8 years now, I guess. It's Liam's Legacy, and he's in the picture, and he is he has a plexiform tumor that's on his back, so it's like a fatty tumor, and it's never changed. It's always been the same, but they've always said they had to watch it. I know, Missy, isn't that crazy? Like, we fight for our kids. It's crazy. Like, who does that? Apparently, I'm not allowed. Wrong color to sleep in the big. Oh, okay, that works. Yeah, I mean, I fought for my son, and I got threatened to get kicked out of the hospital. So I was like, that's great. But I had to fight for, he needed to be there. So that's where we went. But they told us this time that they're not going to take care of the plexiform tumor that is growing on his back. And here, I'll put the link in the, they're not going to do that. They said that they're only working on the brain and the spine. So they're not going to do anything that has to do with his plexiform tumor on his lower back. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm putting it right now. I'm getting it. Here you go. Ooh, Amy's coming on the screen. She looks sexy too, you guys. Woo, woo. That's the link to Liam's page. I will tell you, the last year and a half, I have not been the best at updating. I'm trying to get better again. I used to do it a lot. We have about 6,000 followers, but it started off the page just for my family. It wasn't even supposed to be a public page, but it's kind of what it turned into. So we have Liam, like, his new favorite thing is I declare. It's what he says today. I declare. I'm like, okay, Pete from Mickey Mouse. I declare. Why are you looking so hot? You're muted. You're muted. You're not allowed.
Am I back?
There you are. You're not allowed
Hi.
to look hot. I don't look hot. I look like I just rolled out of bed.
I got stuff to do. I have to go to the barbershop, and all the barbers are hot. And so, like, kid needs a haircut back. No, I have plans today, and I need to get myself done because I have stuff to do after work. But I just want to come and say I wasn't listening. You're talking about Liam?
Yeah, you found me on X. You followed me on X. Well, make sure I know who you are so I can follow you back. People have so many different names. I don't even know who they are half the time.
Yeah, I'm always Amy Boston. You guys can find me everywhere, Amy Boston.
I don't. Well, I do. I changed my name to AK Red because I was sick of people talking crap about me on X. So, and I kind of troll people.
X is a fucking cesspool. I refuse. I will
troll people. I piss people the fuck off.
I'm sensitive and murderous. I like, if people like ever went after me like that, I'd be like, I don't respond well, Yeah. So I just avoid the problem altogether.
I'm a people person. I just don't like talking to them.
I definitely don't want to be an ex talking to nobody. Wait, I am hate corruption. Wait, why you're coming up? What? I don't even know how to send links anymore, honey. They changed everything.
They changed everything. It doesn't even have.
I don't even know how to send links.
Hold on, I think I found it.
All right, here, plus sign.
I found one. They changed, like, all of StreamYard changed.
Yeah,
it has no like
overnight.
There's no words now.
Yeah.
We're like, what is
Um,
going on? Even Nurse Kim said it last night. She's like, did yours change? Because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't know. It's crazy. But that's linked to come on StreamYard if you want to. Yeah, so let's talk about Liam and our trip and how everything went crazy. Like,
yeah, everything went sideways for you. It was really sad.
I was ready to like Christy. I'm having a panic attack in the middle of Charlotte Airport, and at the same time, Mary Bagwell was calling me, and I just declined the call, and I was like freaking out. They get us. I said, I'm not talking to anybody till I get to my next gate because I'm not missing another plane.
Mhm.
And so Christy was like, well, I'm gonna go. They literally put us, Amy, I'm not lying. There was no seats at our gate. We were in like the reject part of the airport. We had
You were in the project spot.
nowhere to sit. You had to sit on the floor. That was it. You were sitting on the floor. And so we sat on the floor, and Christy went to the other side of the terminal to call her boyfriend and make sure that he had like all of our information and everything. And she had to charge her phone. Hey, and then she ended up coming back. Or I called Mary back, and Mary was telling me about all this stuff, and she was talking about somebody having she was making me laugh because she said something about they had weird accents, and I was like, Mary, you're from Boston. You all have weird accents. What are you talking about?
But like not to us. Like you sound like a hillbilly to us, right?
I know.
Yeah, you like over exaggerate your R's, and we just leave them out.
You just don't have any.
We just don't have
I
any.
say them R. And you don't have
you like you over exaggerate the R, and we just don't say them. What's up, Hate? You're muted, baby.
You're on mute.
Hold on, let me unmute you. I don't know how to.
It won't let you.
I can't unmute you. Yeah, you have to do it.
I'm who I am on X.
Hate is beautiful. She's their own worst critic. All women are beautiful. I love women. I am for the women. Hey, if you're over on X, come over to YouTube. We're at Talk Time with Amy Boston and Kelly. We have a good time over here, and our chat is off the hook. Honey, you need to. What's going on?
There is a support group, but that has Liam's disorder. However, if they don't even know what their disorder is about, I can't stay in there. I have to go. Like, you have to know like how it's. To me, that's
Amy, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yep.
Got you. So, can you
Go
hear
ahead,
us?
Nate.
Damn it! This
No, you're
piece
good.
of shit phone.
We can hear
honey,
you.
You're good. You're good.
All right, I can't hear you from my phone. I can hear on my TV. Just don't want it to be too loud. So 1 second.
Okay. There's a delay too, so you have to
really
remember
a
that.
lot to say. I just I didn't want the show to end, but I do have questions for Omar.
Well, Omar,
I don't think going to be on tomorrow. Yeah, he's in
tomorrow.
chat. Yeah, he'll be hanging out with us tomorrow. You can ask the questions and chat while he's here. For sure. I don't even know if he's in here anymore.
I don't think he's in the chat right now.
No. He just comes to say hi. He's a good doobie.
Yeah, he's not in the chat.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can answer it, Kel. So last night I saw that you became a member, and I tried to become a member and it wouldn't let me. So how do you do that?
A member where?
No, I told you, hey, in the chat earlier, the program that allows for memberships and super chats and stuff.
Oh, on Omar's.
Oh, you hit join. Oh, and you hit join.
You have to go if you have an iPhone. Hey, do you have an iPhone? No?
No, I have an Android, but it wouldn't let me join for Omar.
Hold on. Let me get the membership link to his thing. I'll put it in chat.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to log off because I could only hear myself on the TV and it's coming in a couple of seconds later. But I love you girls.
Love you too.
I love you, Mama.
Tomorrow I'll see you.
Okay.
All right, we'll be
Be
here.
safe.
Missy, you don't have to apologize. It is a lot to juggle, but it's easy. I mean, no, it's not easy, but I have a good village.
Yes. Kelly has a lot going on.
But if you have a lot, you have a good village. And my village is, you guys are part of that. So know that you guys get me through a lot of stuff that you don't even realize you get me through.
Yeah, it's our outlet.
I just don't, I mean, I talk about it, but I also don't want people to feel bad because it's my life. I have to get up every day and do it. No, I don't have a choice. So I just,
everyone has their shit. And if you throw all of your problems into a pile in the middle of a table, everyone would take their own problems back. Right. And so you just need to be supportive. And we use this as an outlet, and we try to stay on subject and whatever. But sometimes letting you guys know what's going on in our real life is something that Kelly likes to do. I like to keep you guys updated.
I've always shared it because I feel like if I help one person, then I feel like I've done my job, especially when it comes to traveling for doctor's appointments and stuff like that, because there's a lot of times that you don't have anybody to talk to. And that's why like support groups are hard, especially for Liam's. People don't know how.
Kaden was born so early, and I remember being like a mom, and I was alone, and it was 2020. And I went on all these support groups because he had like all types of issues.
Yeah.
And I would go on there, and I ended up fucking being so much worse.
Oh my gosh.
And finally I was like, I left all the groups, like, fucking see ya. These people are horrific people. Okay. And they're judgy, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And they give medical advice, and they think they know everything. And you're like, no, just go to the doctor and stop being in fucking support groups.
Well, that's why
I would end up being worse. I was like mentally declining.
I don't know how people cannot know what their own disorder is and what causes it. And how you can get it. There's only certain ways, and you can go to, there's websites, the CTF.org, stuff like that talk about the Children's Treatment Foundation that will teach you. They have literally children's books that tell you. And these people still don't. They'll say, "Oh, well, I'm a carrier." I'm like, you can't be a carrier. It doesn't work like that. It's a genetic mutation. It's something different. And so I won't stay in support groups when people can't even tell you what happens to themselves. Does that make sense?
I don't know. Yeah,
like,
I had
if
bad
they don't
experiences
know what
with
their
it.
disorder is, I can't be in there. So I create my own support groups.
Call the doc. Like that. My thing is, like, people are like, oh, like my kid had to be on Alimentum, and he had like he was allergic to milk, any milk products, anything lactose. And I didn't know what I was doing. And so I went on there, and then there's like these like breastfeeding Nazis. And then there's it's your fault. Like, yeah. And so he had to be on like crazy formulas. And like, even if like I could breastfeed, he was allergic to milk. So I wouldn't be able to have any milk product. And it was wild. Okay. And all of these women and sometimes dads were in there super fucking judgy, and they thought that they were like top of the line doctors. Like, no, call your doctor and listen to them. That's how I feel. Like those people in those, I can't stand it. Like, keep your fucking support groups.
You know what's best?
There's no support in there.
Fed is best. It doesn't matter if it's breast or bottle. It's fed. Feed them. That's all that matters. They need to be fed.
Like he went to the NICU like 3 hours after I had him because he was like, it was bad. And they were forcing me, a stressed out mother, to try to breastfeed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it was bad. He's not allergic to milk anymore. He was allergic. He started drinking milk at 2. He went from no milk product whatsoever to whole milk, but it went away. But he was from day 1, he was allergic to milk. Yeah. And his lungs weren't developed, so we had to stay in the hospital. Yeah, no, memberships here are not working. I have to figure it out. I just don't have the time or the energy or the desire. I'll figure it out. I love you guys and I want you guys as members, but like, I'm not here for like you know what I'm saying?
We're here for you guys to have fun.
I'm here for you guys. I don't, the membership, I know people like to be green because I do too, and like chats that I love, but here it's really not necessary, and I'll figure it out, and I want to get it done. I don't have it. I don't have the time right now.
In the beginning, we actually had everybody as mods because they just had a color. Here's everybody mod.
Yeah, yeah.
It just
They're making you like they make you jump through hoops. It's fucking wild. I don't even know what happened.
We just love you guys, and we just want to see you guys.
Yeah.
We don't have super chats. We don't have any of that. Nope.
No.
We're qualified to have them. We have the ability to have them.
We could turn them on if we wanted to. We just haven't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want this to be fun. I don't want it to become like a
when it becomes
what
money,
I've seen.
it's arguing.
And plus, there's two of us, and it's just like it. I don't want it to come in between our friendship. And I'm not in this for the money. I like doing our little shows because I like true crime, and I will figure it out. I don't know what happened.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm not in like a rush though. Yeah.
I wanted to do this for fun. Amy wanted to do it for fun. That's all we've ever said. We didn't care. I don't colostrum cunts. That just made me die. Oh my god, I love you.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is a break from my life. This is like I put a thing on a story on Facebook. I said, "Don't you ever drive by a field and think, man, you could bury a body there and nobody would know that you did it." Like that's how much I think about true crime. It's stupid.
Or like when you're driving and you're like, what would happen if I hit that wall right now?
Yeah, like what if I just slammed myself into that wall? Nobody would miss me. Right?
That's called SI ideation.
I don't have that. I think about
no.
leaving bodies in fields. Okay.
Yeah.
Or going to sleep and listening to true crime documentaries while I'm sleeping. That's what I think about. What do killers think about? I don't know. Let's go to sleep and listen to them. That's what I do. I'm weird.
No, but like I only listen to true crime stuff. Like people are like, did you see that new series? And I'm like, no. I didn't. Nope. I did not.
What? If it's not on YouTube and
I can barely get through movies. Like I fall asleep in the first like 15 minutes. It doesn't matter like wherever I am. I'm asleep.
Declan told me the other day, he was like, "Mom, Dad watched a movie with me when you were gone." And I was like, "That's great, cool." As I was over there watching my true crime documentaries, and he's like, "Mom, watch this part." And I was like, "Is it important to you?" And he was like, "Yes." So I was like, "Okay." So I watched the part for him and I said, "Okay, it's over. I'm done watching it." And he was like, "Okay, fine." I mean, he's watching K-pop movies. I'm like, why are we watching K-pop?
Yeah, sure. We are all a little weird, but that's what makes us the Bad Kid Club. We all just like allow ourselves to be whoever we are, and we come here for fun and we have a good time and we go. Like we're all in here for the same purpose. All of you guys know these other cases, which is amazing, even though we met through the Free Camry movement. And that's what we like to do, and that's why we're here.
I pay for Netflix for my children now. I don't even.
Yeah, same equal. Yeah. Well, Prime has really good true crime stuff, and Netflix. Everything comes out on Netflix, and I have Netflix for K.
Well, I do it through my cell phone because I have Verizon. So Netflix, Disney, ESPN, all of that's through my cell phone.
Hulu.
I just pay like $10 a month. I don't have to pay a bunch of different fees, but. So yeah, I get those, and that's one reason I keep them. But I'm not gonna go buy an HBO because there's a one documentary on there. I'll watch it when it comes out later.
Right.
You know, when it's on YouTube. You know how it is.
So what are we gonna talk about tomorrow? What's our
First Amendment,
boss?
Our First Amendment rights.
First Amendment. I'm gonna wear the First Amendment hoodie.
You should.
I am.
I would love that. Maddie would love that. Maddie would be like,
Maddie
"Where's
would love that?" I know.
Sorry,
hoodie, Maddie.
It doesn't belong to him anymore. It no longer
belong to him anymore. No, it does not.
Amy took that.
Schnitties.
But yeah, I think the First Amendment is a huge deal. I really want to go over stuff for the Turtle Boy case, and the fact that he's facing 105 years for asking questions.
Right. Being a fucking old school reporter. Do you remember when you see like
doing what people used to do?
Right? Like real reporters do? I mean, he's a little abrasive, but that doesn't make him a fucking criminal. Just like Diddy. Like Diddy had all that fucking baby oil. It doesn't make him a criminal. It makes him a dirty bitch, but it doesn't make him a criminal.
I mean, he's gross. I wouldn't be around him, but whatever. It's his, hate. What are we talking about right now? We're not doing that. Omar will be coming on to talk about the First Amendment and about what's going on with the Lively case. Listen, Missy's like, hate. And so
drink your water, hate. Drink your water.
Here, but the thirsty girl needs to have something to drink. Okay. Because
yeah, Smata, exactly. Remember when they were honorable? Yeah.
Who was it yesterday said, or the other day? It said it's in the Boston Globe, and I was like, and that means what? It means it's a lie.
Yeah. Eagle Part said, make sure it's cold water. Oh shit!
Cold, very, very.
This is why I love it here. I love our home. This is the best home ever.
Hey, we objectify them when they're here. We objectify
you guys
them.
Get me? Yeah. Okay? Omar knows I do it. I mean, I tease. He's married, but so is Alan Jackson, and I fucking objectify him too.
I would have said earlier today. I was like, I don't remember what it was. I said, I'm just glad that Alan Jackson made part 1 and part 2 to where I could tell the difference. I could tell which trial 1 and which one's trial 2 because when he had the beard, when he didn't. That way.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, his I've seen his wife. His wife is gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman. Yeah. The what were you just saying? I had something to say about it.
Missy's like, I can't look at him like that anymore. It's just
well, it's like Mark, he's a mod here, Mark Cunningham. I met his wife at a standout like 3 weeks ago or something, and now I can't joke around with him the same as I used to. I feel it feels dirty.
Declan.
Yeah, I don't know these. I don't know these people's wives though, and they should have taken it as a compliment that people are think that their husband's attractive. Because like I said on our live the other day, like if I'm with somebody and a girl's looking at him, I'm like, yeah, I get it. I know, but I'm taking him home later.
Exactly. They used to do the First Amendment. Right? They don't care. The Globe doesn't care. When I can tell you from being on the outside of reading the Globe has never really told the full truth of anything.
Well, they're the ones that reported on the Catholic Church scandal.
Yeah. But that's back in the day. Back in the day, they were good. I just
that's
don't
what she was saying.
Done anything now. Omar knows. Omar
knows. Oh,
give me Dr. Dimple.
Omar's confidence tells me that he knows exactly how hot he is.
Oh, Missy said he knows.
He knows. Yeah, he knows.
But I really want to
Dimple Daddy. Stop it! Do not get me started on Dimple Daddy. Okay.
His wife knows too. Let me tell you, she knows.
His wife knows. Yeah.
She got brains and looks.
She felt the same way when she met him. I guarantee you. She was like, "Look at Dimple Daddy."
I know. She was so smart. I was so. It's because Hank didn't call anybody that didn't help his case at all. He was not going to let another Nick Barrows come up and happen to him what happened to Lally.
I went there and I was an altar server, just so you know. I know all about it. My girls from High Park. What?
Steve was an altar boy.
Yeah, they let girls be altar boys or altar girls in the early 90s. And I used to go up to the rectory for like a funeral. The sisters would send me up and priests would ask me to go return to school and get a boy.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That's a little odd.
Yeah.
Kind of like the guy who said he wanted to write Bryan in prison. Don't worry, get settled in prison, Bryan. I'll write you. Like, hey, I said that to Amy. Like, what the heck is this going on?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know. I was like, they didn't want. They put it under the guise of like, oh, girls shouldn't be doing this type of thing, like that old school behavior that Catholics, whatever. But then it became like accepted, and then women could be like give out the body of Christ and all this stuff. But that like progressively happened. But when girls were able to be an altar server, my dad was like a huge Irish Catholic. Like we walked to church on Sundays type of Catholic, and he was like, sign this little girl up. But they didn't want me. They wanted little boys.
I don't know. Like Steve Steve says he's Reformed Catholic. I mean, we go to church when his mom and dad are in town, or they make us. Like at Christmas.
I've been to church in forever, but I still identify as a Catholic.
Yeah, he said he still identifies, but he's like, I'm not going to give them 10% of my income.
No, I never did. And I can identify as a Catholic because that's how I was raised, but I don't need to go. I still talk to my priest. I have my priest on Facebook. He's amazing, but I don't go to church. He knows that.
Yeah. I mean,
you know
Steve's mom
okay
does
with
that
it.
for all of us, honestly. She's at mass every 4 times a week. I'm like,
yeah,
she got enough of it for us. We don't have to do it too. I mean, we have our own way of doing it at home. And I mean, for me, it's not.
We were raised very religious, like very in my home, and none of us are religious with our kids. Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be. Yeah.
My aunt and my uncle were very religious. My parents were not very religious, but then my parents tried. They did try. I'll give them that. They tried to go to church every Sunday, and then my dad was like, "But I want to go play golf, so we're not going to church anymore because I want to golf." And my mom was like, So because my dad was.
When my dad was sick, he used to make us go to church, and like me and my two, like I have twins. But anyway, he would make us go to church on Sundays, and we would sit out in the parking lot and just sit there and not go into church. And my brother would like run in and grab a bulletin just to like prove we were there.
Yeah, say we went.
Like, we're not going in now.
We went. You got the bulletin.
Yeah.
You like walk in the door and walk back out.
The Mormons are even worse with tithing.
Let me just tell you, like,
the Mormons are serious with tithing.
Let me tell you, they are.
Yeah. Because like in the Catholic Church, you technically are supposed to give 10%, but like you have these like little envelopes, and my dad would put like $5 in, and you throw it in the collection, right? But like they don't force you to give anything,
right?
You know what I'm saying? In the Mormon, it's completely different. It's like wired from an account. Like you have to give a lot of money, and it's required for you to have like access to the temple and things like that. The Catholic Church is like, they suggest it. And if you're a good Catholic, you're going to give to the church in the collection bin, but they don't force it. And they're not going to be like, you can't come here and you can't get like communion, or you can't repent or whatever. That I've never seen that happen. And I've been Catholic for a long time. Yeah. The Mormon fucking religion is fascinating.
Oh my God. I've learned so much that I don't even know why I wanted to know in the begin with, but like Sister Wives just captivated me, and then I just fell through like a hole.
Right.
And now I would follow people on TikTok that were ex-Mormon that were teaching what would happen at the chapels.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
At the whatever they call them. I don't know what they're called anymore.
Yeah.
But they were teaching like what they would happen at like different ceremonies, and it's kind of weird.
All right, bye. Sorry, love you.
You don't know how to be productive when we're on. Come on.
Right.
Love you.
I should probably be productive right now too. But yeah, so that's it. So tomorrow is going to be the First Amendment. If you guys want to come in and join, you can. We'll start comments or questions for Omar regarding anything. I don't know how much he knows about Turtle Boy, but he probably does know about the First Amendment, and he definitely knows about the Blake Lively case. So we'll get into that, and he can tell us, because I don't know as much as he and Kelly do.
Actually, I will tell you, I'll be honest with you. I did not give a shit about the Blake Lively case. I had no care in the world about what Blake Lively and Justin Baldini and they were fighting about, because I'm sorry, 2 celebrities fighting each other. I don't give a shit. Fight each other over there, and I don't even pay attention. I care about like true crime. And so I have ignored it. But I know that I knew that Lauren had covered it, and I know that Omar had covered a couple of times of it. And so I was stuck on Karen Reed. So I had my vision was like tunnel vision. I didn't give a flying flip. And now that I see what's happening with Lauren, and I've been reading her posts and been watching, I only started paying attention when she got subpoenaed last week. And then I was
that's what I meant by Blake Lively, because she's off the hook. Yeah.
Like the whole subpoena stuff. So if you want to know about Blake Lively and them, I don't even know what the case, defamation, whatever. They got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
care
we're not
about
going to go over that part. We're going to go over the fact that she's
Yeah.
attacking YouTubers that have like 300 subscribers.
little YouTubers. Nobody,
Little
people who-
YouTubers.
it's all a distraction. She,
Oh, speaking of which, we're almost at 1,700.
what?
Yeah, man.
Where are we at right now? Oh my gosh. We are
Yeah.
at-
Yeah. Or maybe even a little more. Yeah, we have the Bad Kids Club tomorrow at 7 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have the Tilted Lawyer on at some point with us for a little while. And we'll get Farrell, you know me. Me in this mouth.
It's not Feral Friday anymore. It's now Bad
No,
Kids
it's the Bad Kids Club. It's the Bad Kids Club now.
It's
We get
Bad
Farrell, but it's the Bad Kids Club.
Club. We just get Feral at the Bad Kids Club.
I love Laura Knighty. I think that she is amazing. I think that she's so smart, and I could listen to her forever.
You see, I found Lauren through Laura Owens too, which, by the way, that's a whole other subject we could do another chat on. Oh, and we have a special guest coming on soon. Not just Omar. He is a very special guest, but this is another guest that's coming on that you guys have probably seen. That he's coming on to, I text him. Let me see if I can pull up his page so you guys can see it. I'm sure you guys know him. Let me find it. Bop, bop, bop. I'm dancing for you, Amy.
Oh, sorry. I gotta go. I gotta talk to Caden's
okay
person.
All
All right, I gotta go. All right.
All right,
bye
you.
guys. I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Later.
All right, love you. All right, guys, I'm gonna pull up the one person you guys have probably seen. I'm trying to find an actual post that's been a while. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see if it comes. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want her to. Let me see where he is. Who knows who Bobby Sauce is? Do you guys know who Bobby Sauce is? I can't wait till she goes to jail. Oh my God. Bobby Sauce is a comedian on TikTok, on Facebook, he's all over the place. But he did some Karen Reed coverage, and I loved, he does some of the politics, but I love his Karen Reed coverage, and he cracked me up. And I emailed him and I said, hey, Bobby Sauce, we want you to come and say hi and talk with us about your views on the Karen Reed case, because they are hilarious. And I'm trying to find, here we go. Let me see if this is one. Let's see. Where are you guys? There you are. You live under a rock? I'll tell you in a minute. Hey, just a second. Let's see. Share screen. I had to find his page because I had to find what it says. All right. So this is Bobby Sauce, and he let's see.
Oh my God, dude. These idiots thought this was going to make them look more innocent. Bro, these motherfuckers look so much more guilty. Wow! Brian Albert goes, Jen McCabe bursts in my room and says, John, I think John is dead out in front of your house. And I said, what the fuck is John doing in front of my house? What would John be doing in front of my house? Oh, I don't know, dude. Maybe you guys were drinking last night at the bar. You guys invited him back. Karen and every single person in this family supposedly saw Karen's car, which had John in it, in front of your house moving multiple times. Maybe because Jen McCabe texted John about being at the house. Hey, are you here? Where are you? Called him 7 fucking times. Maybe because Higgins, the bowling ball, said that he also texted John and was anticipating him being there. Maybe that's why he'd be in front of your house. Because everybody was fucking coming there. What do you mean, why the fuck is he in front of my house? You guys never heard from him, supposedly. Like, all this fucking... Dude, if I've learned anything about being a conservative, being a Republican, whatever you want to call it, being on the right of politics, is that TV is fucking bullshit! And the stuff you see on the news is bullshit! So it's like, I'm not going to fucking believe you because you go in a nice fancy studio with your lighting and shit. You guys are believable if you don't know the fucking details of the case. Why the fuck did Jen McCabe call your wife at 5:30, 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, 1 minute after Karen called her? What the fuck was your wife on the phone with her for at 5:30 in the morning? Why is there no evidence on John's body that he got hit by a car? There's only you, motherfuckers. Oh, I don't even know why. It's like these people think we're fucking stupid. I don't have to live in Canton to be able to look at evidence and pay attention, you fucking nerds. Like, here's a question. Here's a question, Brian Albert. Why the fuck do you throw your phone out the day before it was supposed to be subpoenaed? You dirtbag. It's like, bro, you're not smarter than the collective mind of hundreds of thousands of people paying attention simultaneously. Why do you think we give a shit about this case, you jerk off? Because you guys tried to frame an innocent woman and thought that nobody would be hip to the op when you threw your fucking phone out the day before it got subpoenaed. We ain't stupid, jerk off. It's like, look, man, I want to believe the McAlbert family. You know, they seem to the untrained eye like nice folks. They certainly look like it. But the reality is that if you were implicated in this, you're not going to come on TV and be outwardly boisterous to make it seem like you're guilty. You're going to be doing everything that you can to make yourself seem likable, seem friendly, and whatever. But the fact of the matter is that your testimonies are available for us to see. The evidence is available for us to see. Your behavior on that night is available for us to see. So you sitting there and pretending that it's so disgusting that people are accusing you of this, bro, you guys did this to you. We didn't say what you said. We didn't do what you did.
Yeah, so you guys, I love him. He is very funny. And I decided to reach out to him, and not for political views. So that's not what we're going with. It is all just about the case and how he felt about things. Here you
Obviously,
go.
she was fighting with John, so she.
Favorite.
People are like, didn't you hear Karen Reed's voicemails? Obviously, she was fighting with John, so she did it. Well, if you spent the entire night out with your boyfriend and after a month of infidelity, you went to a house party after the bar closed in a dark house that you'd never been to with some people you barely know, and then he went inside and stopped answering your texts and phone calls, and you immediately assume that he's clapping Timo Heisenberg's wife while Higgins is pulling his pud in the corner while Chloe eats a pig ear that she definitely doesn't bite into John's arm.
Because Big Daddy makes sense.
You might be pissed too, but it didn't mean you killed him. So if you actually believe that Karen Reed is guilty, here's some other things that you have to believe. John O'Keefe just stood there on a quiet street while Karen backed up 84 feet in reverse at 24 miles an hour on a quiet street in a snowstorm, and you just stood there with a glass in your hand and got clipped. And then hair ended up on Karen's bumper along with some glass from the cup that you were supposedly holding that didn't match the glass that you were supposedly holding. And then that hair and that glass had to stay on the back of that bumper in a snowstorm from 34 Fairview to John's house, from John's house to Jen McCabe's house, from Jen McCabe's house back to John's house, from John's house back to 34 Fairview, from 34 Fairview to the hospital, from the hospital back to John's house, and from John's house back to Karen's parents' house in Dayton. And then from Karen's house onto a flatbed truck all the way back to the Canton Police Department, where Higgins and Berkowitz definitely didn't stand in the Sallyport garage when the camera didn't work. And Officer Beaver misremembered that they were in there. And she testified to it and then changed it. Because she misremembered. I don't know about you guys, but I totally think up things that make perfect sense in the context of this case and then testify to the FBI and then later forget. Oh wait, I didn't forget. I actually do remember saying that because I thought I remembered that because that's a thing that happened. And then after I knew that I clipped him, I stayed up all night, leaving him incriminating voicemails and text messages and called this chick that I barely knew to insert myself in the scene of the crime. Well, while he was laying dead on the ground dying, I just said to her, hey, would you mind searching how long to die in the cold? Because that makes perfect sense. And then nobody says anything about it, but then Jen McCabe's friend tells the FBI that she heard Karen say that, even though she didn't hear it, but she says, oh, I just knew about it because Jen McCabe told me it happened, but I misunderstood your question about hearing it because they said, did you hear that? And she didn't understand that because that's totally believable and stuff. Because when my boyfriend is dead or dying in the grass, I just go, would you mind searching how long to die in the cold? It honestly would have been more believable if she said, hey, would you mind searching how long does it take to get killed by Alexis 84 feet in reverse? I'm Karen Reed. Karen Reed is doing the search. You also have to believe that a 6,000-pound Lexus can hit a 6'1", 218-pound man going in reverse, and the only thing that breaks is the taillight. And after he got hit by the 6,000-pound Lexus, it had no bruising, no broken bones, no torn tendons, nothing. And it also left a pattern of dog bites on his arm that was verified by 2 forensic pathologists. Oh, and then the laceration above John's eye, well, of course that came from the spoiler of the 6,000-pound vehicle that clipped him directly in the head. Then all left was a scratch, because that makes sense. You also have to believe the technical testimony of a man who's been pursuing his bachelor's degree for 18 years that doesn't know the difference between a bit and a bite and has the physiognomy of a sandbag. And if that's not enough, then the big reveal, the accident reconstructionist, is some nerd whose big test was whether or not you can have an arm line up with the back bumper and taillight of an Lexus SUV, so much so that paint gets on your arm. But did you hear the voicemails, though? Are you sick?
All right, guys. So that's Bobby Sauce. And I emailed Bobby Sauce, and him and I have been in touch, and he's going to be coming on soon. Oh my God, he had me laughing again. I'm about to cry. He's going to be coming on to discuss his thoughts because, you know, he's very mild. He's a mild speaker. Yeah, we need to have him come. It'll probably be a special edition of the Bad Kids Club but yeah, I'm excited because he emailed me back. He emailed me back last week, and I messaged him, and I told him I would get with him this week. But with everything that happened with Liam and stuff, I had to call. I messaged him again this morning, so we're gonna get him on here, and he is going to have a lot of opinions, and it's just opinions on the true crime. It's not any other opinions. I don't care about politics. We're not talking about that stuff. So that is the disclaimer. There is no politics. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to chit chat for a little bit because I missed you. Let you guys hear what was going on with Liam. And I put Liam's page earlier in the chat. And then we have Omar's membership in the chat as well, because he is our bestie. We love us some Omar. And we're gonna have Bobby Sauce coming on soon, which I'm excited about. And my dog just got the zoomies. That was crazy. I miss you. I missed you guys. It's just Declan told his sister and his dad.
No. We don't start there.
He doesn't want me to tell you. You want me to tell him?
No.
He doesn't. He'll get embarrassed. He's not gonna want me to say it. I don't want to embarrass him. We'll just say Declan learned things he probably shouldn't know. We'll just say that. And he told his sister and his brother daddy about it. And I want to respect that he doesn't want everybody to know, but it was funny. So maybe one day when thank you, equal parts. Maybe one day when he doesn't care, we'll let you guys know. But My dog has got the zoomies with the cats. Stop, Cotton. I also have, if you guys know anybody who wants hedgehogs, I have 3 baby hedgehogs for sale. I will show them online tomorrow night. I'm not going to come on camera today, but they are huge. You guys would have no idea one day when he's not observing. He's always observing. That's the problem. He's always listening. And so, yes, go subscribe to the Tilted Lawyer. He is always fun. And also you can subscribe to Laura Knighty as well. We love her. She is a very, very, very smart. She's funny and she's quirky and she's weird like the rest of us. So if you like weirdness, you like Omar and Lauren are really close as well. They were actually just together in Arizona on Sunday. They went on another podcast. So Declan does love the camera, but Mommy is not turning the camera on today because Mommy looks like she got hit by a truck. So, Lauren is boss. I love her. I like Missy. I found Lauren. I found Omar through Lauren, and Lauren I found through Dave Neal through the Laura Owens case. So I got hooked on Laura Owens case, and then he brought on Lauren one day because she was talking about it, and it was I just fell in love with Lauren because she was so sweet, and she was cats are hissing at people. She was just so nice, and she was just, like down to earth. And I talked to her one day. She wanted to know when Laura claimed autism. Lauren reached out on X talking about people who had autism and how they felt about Laura claiming autism is what caused her to do this. And as a mom, that just pissed me off because you can't blame that. She consciously knew what she was doing, and that's why I believe she needs to go to jail for that, and she needs to be punished for it. And that's the only way they're going to stop her is if she gets punished. And so Lauren and I talked through X, and I talked to her about autism and about Liam, and she read my letter and stuff like that on her page one day. And then her and I, she's only 2 hours away from me, so her and I have messaged back and forth. We're going to meet up one day for lunch when we can. I think last night she said she was going to Tampa, so this morning. But she said she comes to Orlando a bit, so she's going to meet up with me. She makes my blood pressure rise, girl, let me tell you. She makes me crazy. So, but I love you all. Tomorrow, 7, First Amendment, Lauren Knighty, Omar Serrato, talking about Turtle Boy, because I would definitely like to get all eyes on both of those cases. I think that those are huge deals, and I feel like it sets a dangerous precedent for us as U.S. citizens and our First Amendment rights, that people can knock you to take your First Amendment right away. And it's my right and to have my opinion. And it's Lauren's right to have her opinion. If she has opinion on Blake Lively, just because it hurts Blake Lively's feelings doesn't mean that Blake Lively gets to subpoena her and make her part of her case. Because it's not that she is actually suing her, she is subpoenaing her to make her part of the case. That's the part that makes me crazy. You're going around it, and you're just trying to make people crazy and use their money for no reason. They shouldn't have to fight you on this. So, love you all. I got to go eat some lunch. I have some shrimp and rice in there that I saved from last night, so I'm gonna go spoil myself. But I was glad to see you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. She is a loser, but you're not. Nobody here is. Just she is. Okay? Love you guys. Love you lots. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
How am I supposed to say that? Talk time with Amy in Boston and Cali. time with Amy, Boston and Kelly. Talk 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 time with Amy, Boston and Kelly is a member, y'all. Is a member, y'all, to the Gene Deal Show. Talk time with Amy and Boston and Kelly. Talk time with Amy, Boston and Kelly. Talk time with Amy, Boston and Kelly is a member to the Gene Deal Show. Oh, thank you for your membership. Talk time with Amy and Boston and Kelly on the Gene